There are a few more areas that we need to set using the CSS sheet. One of those areas is the text that informs people about the link down here. So let's go on to the page template, and if we click just on the text, we can see in our CSS pane that this is defined as .small text. So let's just go to the CSS sheet and find .small text, and there we are right at the bottom, and let's just change the colour of that so that it's easily readable. We'll change that to white, save that, back to the page template, and we'll see that the text under the first advert has changed, and also the text under the second advert has changed, as this is also defined as .small text. The link text that's situated here, that actually uses the word here to link, is defined by a separate tag in CSS, and as you can see, if we click on the word here, the tag is actually a:hover. Now this is a slightly different tag in that it's a hyperlink to another page, and as such has two different styles. One style for when the page is loaded, and another style for when the mouse hovers over the area. So if we go to our CSS sheet and look for a:hover, we go quite close to the top, and we'll see this is the a:hover tag here. Now, as we said earlier, this CSS style is slightly different as it requires two tags to function. We noticed on the page template that the area is defined as A, this area here, and the reason there's a colon and a hover after it is because this is the style that's defined when the mouse hovers over the A tag. Just above the a:hover, there's also another tag which is defined as A. This is the tag that will define what is displayed when the page is loaded and the text just displays as normal. The A just represents a hyperlink to another page. So as you'll see, at the moment the text colour for A is 6 zeros. If we change that, I'm going to change it to red to make it stand out from the white text that surrounds it. And then if we also click in the a:hover, this is the colour that the link will change to when the mouse hovers over it. So I'm going to change this to white. So the link will now change from red text when the page loads to white text when the mouse hovers over the link. If I save that, just have a look at the template, we'll see now that the here text has changed to red, as this is the state that I want the page to show when it is loaded in an internet browser. We don't see the a:hover colour here at the moment, we only see that when it's loaded in an internet browser. The final part of setting up the colours on the website is to set up the colour of the button text over here. Now again, as these are used as hyperlinks, we use the tag A within the tag name. So you can see here this is actually #navigation a:hover. And similarly to the text that was over here, we need to set two different styles for each of these buttons, because the web page will load one style, and when the mouse hovers over the area, the web page will change it to the second style. So let's have a look for #navigation a:hover in our CSS sheet. And as we can see, we've got our #navigation a:hover tag here with all the attributes that are set for that area. Just above it we've also got #navigation a, which is the tag and the attributes that are associated to those buttons for when the page loads. So when the page loads, we'll see the style that's set in this tag here, and when the mouse hovers over those areas, we'll see the style change to the attributes that are set in this tag here. So to set the colour of the text when the page loads, let's click into #navigation A, and I'm just going to click on Files to close that window, and we can see all of the attributes for navigation A. So first of all, I'll change the font colour, and I'll change that to white. And we'll also notice that there are other attributes that are associated with this tag. There are border attributes, which define the colour of the border of the cell that the text is in. So in this instance, the border colour is set to white. You could change these to other colours, but at the moment I'm going to leave it white, as this goes with the colour of the text. You can also change the border style if we click here and we click on the drop down, and you can change the width of the border using that drop down menu there. So I've changed the colour of this tag to white font colour and a white border bottom colour. So I'll now change the hover tag to fit with my website. So I'll change these to red, so the border will change to red, as will the text. I'm going to leave everything else the same. I'll just save that, file, save, go back to our template, and we'll see now that the text has changed to the style that I want it to display when it's first opened up in an internet browser. If we just check our index page, we can see that it's all worked there, and now we can actually view this in an internet browser to see these tags change in colour to the separate style that we defined. So if we click up here, and I'm going to view it in Chrome, if we hover over the links, we'll see that they are changing according to the styles that we set in the CSS sheet. One final bit of text that we need to change is this text at the top. So we can now go back to Dreamweaver and change that, and our website setup. Just go onto the template to find out the area, and there we can see its tag is .sidebar header. Back to the CSS sheet, find .sidebar header, and it's down here. Change the attributes, save it, and go back to the template. The text has changed there, and if we simply go back to our internet browser and refresh, it's now changed there as well. So our website is now set up, and we're ready to add content.